So you want to learn fingerstyle guitar. Well, this is part 2 of tips and tricks for you. First thing to mention is the pick itself. So it's an odd kind of beast with a clasp on it, and what you need to make sure that you do is when you're putting it on, put it on deep enough into your thumb so that it gets a good grip, so that your pick is not slipping when it hits the strings, because you want to make sure you have a solid, non-slipping pick, because if it starts to move just the slightest millimeter in your thumb, you're going to lose the control that you need, because these string spacings is so small, right? So, making sure that you're fully taking advantage of controlling the variables is what you want to make sure that you do. Another example of that is when you have your pinky secured against the top of the guitar as this foundation for your hand. You want to make sure that's not slipping as well. You want to make sure it stays in the same place, and part of what will help you with that is ensuring that you've cut your nail so that you can get a little bit of a grip with the top of your finger. That's another important point. What else? You'll notice my guitar here has an armrest to secure the forearm. What happens there is you'll see that there's some clearance with this armrest, and what that does between the top of the guitar and the top of the armrest. So now when I drape my arm around, my forearm doesn't fall onto the top of the guitar, and so therefore the surface area is increased because the arm is not resting against the top. And so ultimately you want to have the maximum surface area on the top of the guitar to help resonate the sound. So that's another thing. What else? Dynamics. So when moving between chords and when looking for melody, you need to ensure that you have rests in place between some of your finger plucks, and so that will help with your melody. Rests combined with dynamics, meaning stronger and softer touch with the different fingers, is going to help you as well. What you can do at certain points in your play is use a claw technique, whereby you use all the fingers to strike all the notes, strings within the chord. Sometimes that's good for resolution. To reiterate one point which I think is important from part 1, and that is we are looking to reduce the moving parts of the hand and having the fingers just fall in line after you hit that bass note with your thumb. So they're resting comfortably at a diagonal and in line with your pinky finger that's rested on the top, making it comfortable to play. Thanks for tuning in.